Obviously, Powerhouse is known for high action, fight choreography, and this cowboy anime aesthetic. We have, a fairly specific style, some might say, but we are capable of literally anything.
It's definitely going to be Lara Croft in an anime style. Really excited for that to come out and see how people react to it.
As far as the fights themselves, I really think it's just a lot of fun seeing all of these powers be used in all of these different ways.
The Greek gods are basically the world's first superheroes, and so having that in our arsenal to play with is such an advantage. We can do so many different things with it.
It's not just about the depth of the storytelling, it's also about the depth of the characters as well.
You'll find that there's a lot of familiar aspects to it, and then also a lot of new things, and we hope you enjoy the adventure.
All right. Where would you like to start?
Castlevania Nocturne style has evolved a little bit from the previous seasons. First of all, talking color, we're a lot more muted, and the shadows were a lot darker. But this season, because we're in France and it's pastel and it's colorful and the shadows are a lot more saturated, it's a lot more bright. It's a bit more anime. The backgrounds are more painterly this time. As far as character design specifically, we have tried to make it a little bit more delicate this time. For instance, on Alucard, he had shadows on either side of his nose, pretty much at all times. That was from an Ayami Kojima design language that she would do a lot in her paintings. But it came out kind of dark in the first seasons. This season, we've removed that and kind of put it on either side of a face depending on where the lighting is coming from. Line mileage is how many lines you draw a character with. Depending on how close to the camera is, we have a lot more detail going on. In previous seasons, if a character is getting closer to the camera, they would still have, for instance, the same number of eyelashes, the same number of little hair strandies. But this time, for close-ups, we really wanted to make the close-ups all-star moments. We really said, let's make every close-up a really beautiful illustration with hair flyaways. We even actually have an eyelash style guide for how many eyelashes characters have at specific distances, extra eyelashes, extra eye shines. And we wanted to make the line art very delicate. So there's a lot of breakage in the line. So instead of drawing a line, you just draw one full line. We'll draw a line and then we'll stop and then we'll continue and then stop and then continue. Rococo and Baroque etchings and illustrations. And of course, Ayami Kojima's ink work is beautiful and there's a lot of hatchiness in there, instead of just really harsh, dark shadows. One element that we brought from the games that I'm pretty excited about was the Thorn Whip that Richter uses. It's not exactly the Thorn Whip, but Sam, our director, he had ice forms all the way down the whip, and it forms in a thorny pattern, and I thought that was very cool. Things that I would love to bring into the show that will always be rejected are, there's an item in Symphony of the Night called the sunglasses, and the description is, cool-looking sunglasses. Alucard wears these, and it can raise his defense by 1 point, and I think it lowers his intelligence because they're so garish looking. I think that would be pretty funny. People, please draw that, because I can't. Castlevania is full of a lot of very goofy things. It's a little bit difficult to adapt a character who has already existed in the show before, especially with Alucard. He's a fan favorite, everybody loves him. He's already gorgeous, so what are we gonna do? Because a lot of people were drawing season 4 Alucard, where he's very elongated, but in the new season, he's a little squish. And so I gave the animators and layout artists, and I showed a drawing of season 4 Alucard, and then a thumb squishing him down. And we actually give that to people a lot. We're like, oh, could you please get this a little bit more? And it's just this awful, goofy drawing. We're very particular about Alucard. I don't think a single drawing of Alucard goes untouched by a lot of people. We're seeing what works from season 1 and really emphasizing it on season 2. One part of that is having what's called a layout team, where internally we will do really beautiful drawings over top the storyboards to send to our outsourced partners. We're doing a lot of stuff ourselves. We're doing a lot of animation in-house, looked at fully by the entire team. I think it'll just be fun to see how Alucard's interactions play out with the other cast, because Alucard has been around for a long time now. He's not a 19-year-old anymore. Our cast is younger, and so it's going to be get off my lawn, I'm excited to see how he interacts with them, or if he sees them making choices that he's already made, for instance. Someone's been around for longer, they make mistakes, they're like, don't do that, I made that mistake, and then younger person is like, I'm going to make that mistake.
Right. What could possibly go wrong?
As a character design supervisor, I helped design the style of the show, most of the main characters, but I also manage a team of character artists who help bring all of the character assets that we need for the show, which is like a massive library. Inspirations for the style of the show will definitely be from some of my experience working at Powerhouse. The thing I'm like most excited for on working for Tomb Raider is that I helped design Lara Croft, and that was an honor to be able to work on. One of the things that we really wanted to make sure to bring out for this iteration of Lara is to make sure that we bridge the Lara Croft from the newer Survivor games growing into the classic Lara that we know from the classic games. Having the existing video games gives us like a vast library to work with. And so we can always reference like older outfits that she's had from different climates and conditions, and that's been really helpful. We definitely have to like kind of pick and choose what to keep in there and make sure that it is efficient for animation. Games have tons and tons of texture. You can build all sorts of detailed, intricate tattoos and stuff like that. So for us, we have to really simplify so that the animation is particularly efficient. There's gonna be a lot of little sprinkles of Easter eggs of different outfits, props that you'll see reflected. She travels to a lot of areas. She's also going to be exploring a lot of new and unexplored places.
Since I was 3, I've been a fan of Masters of the Universe. It's been a part of my life forever. I've been collecting toys since I was little. I still collect toys to this day. The day I turned 18, I went to the tattoo parlor and I got a He-Man and the Masters of the Universe tattoo sleeve. It was the first tattoo I ever got. There's Skeletor, there's He-Man, Tila. They're old. These are like 22 years old. Evil Lyn goes all the way up. The Sorceress is right there. Castle Grayskull is up here. For Masters of the Universe Revolution, at the beginning, I come in and help build schedules. I make budgets. I work with our clients to get those approved and basically build the blueprint for what is going to be our entire production. One of our directors, Adam Conroe, he is a master of color, and the directors really wanted to level up how bright, how saturated. When you think of Saturday morning cartoons, you think about the sun coming up in the morning, you make a bowl of very bright cereal, you sit down and you eat it, and you just watch a smorgasbord of entertainment for you as a kid. That's what we were trying to create for adults now. Motu Revolution, its center theme is really about technology versus magic. This season, we really do focus on what makes Eternia special. Is it magic? Is it technology? Is it both? If you control one versus the other, do you have an upper hand? The main thing that I want people to know about this season is you want He-Man? This has got He-Man in it. He is kicking butt. There's a lot of fun adventure. There's a lot of fun action. If you are a Motu fan, pure, through and through, you are gonna need to have the pause button ready because there are Easter eggs all over this thing. What we're doing on Motu Revolution this season is just second to none. It's incredible. It looks gorgeous.
He's not a mortal. He's my son.
I'm most excited for the fans about the epicness of Season 2, and I think the fans are going to be really excited about what's to come. The biggest change, I think, was simplifying some of the characters. They were really challenging to draw, and so one of the reasons we brought in Jay was to help simplify that, streamline that process.
My name is Jay Kim. I'm the supervising director for a show called Blood of Zeus.
The best thing about Jay is his experience. He comes from so many different backgrounds of animation. He's worked with Brad Bird and some of the best on Iron Giant. We actually go back to Futurama. We shared a credit on that, unbeknownst until we started working together.
It was really exciting coming back to 2D animations and expand the world from the season 1, so we have like a very unique places.
One of the things we try to do is stay true to certain things, whether it's a prop or something like that. We have a water clock in episode 202, and we did the research on what is a water clock, what is a proper Greek water clock, what does it look like, how do these function, and try to bring as much truth to things like that as possible. We saw the underworld, I think, for one shot in season 1, and now we get to open that up and explore that, so it's really exciting.
From season 2, we try to introduce a new character, which happens to be Hades.
Hades is a god. He's been demonized by the world. He's still got emotions. He's still got his feelings.
It's a deep story about all this, like, love and betrayal.
I think there's going to be a good surprise in terms of how we treat Hades.
I don't want to reveal the details, and then I want the people to enjoy, to watch the show to find out.
Season 1 was great. I think season 2 is bigger. It's going to be better. I think you're going to love it, and I can't wait for y'all to see it. Hey, Geeked Week. My name is Michael Hughes. I'm one of the executive producers for Blood of Zeus. We are excited to share this exclusive Geeked Week sneak peek with you guys. We hope you enjoy, and we're excited for season 2.
Join me, brother. We can have our vengeance and end the reign of the gods. They're more flawed than we are. They've ruined our lives. Our mother is dead because of them. Don't you want to avenge her death? You are either with me or against me.
He got what he deserved.
Maybe.
He killed your mother. The Fates are calling. Heron.
Seraphim might have been a monster, but he was right about one thing. The gods are more flawed than we are. Why should we listen to them?
These 4 shows are incredible. I'm really excited for them to come out. Powerhouse has had some really lucky breaks over the years, but we've also put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get ourselves where we are today.
We really, really, really appreciate our fans.
Fans will be satisfied.
I think you're going to love it, and I can't wait for y'all to see it.